Okay, guys, I don't know if this is working or not, but I believe I am live right now. This is the first time that I went live, and what I'm doing, I have a little downtime, so I'm organizing my comics. I've been neglectful on organizing my comics, and I'm trying to get all the comics, the recent purchases, I would say for the last year, to put them in Silver Age, Golden Age, separate the Golden Age. I have a lot of coverless copies. So when I get books, I get rid of the bag and the board that it comes in. I throw it out. And right here, I've been doing this for the last few nights, and this is just an example of all the bags and the boards that I took out of the books, or the books out of the bags and the boards, and I want to put them in new bags and boards. So I have right here the hot flips that I purchased from the recent show. I bought about 4 bundles, 3 or 4 bundles, and I'm gonna get going. So right here, this is a Captain Marvel Adventures, and it's number 23. So it's an early copy. It's from April 1943. And I always pick up when I see these early books, the early Golden Age. I do it because you never know when a cover is going to come on eBay. So what I do is I like to put the board in. I put it in halfway, and then I put the book in, and then boop, I put it down. And I'm weird. I like things meticulous, so when I cut the tape, always use blue painter's tape. It really bothers me when I don't use, or actually when other people use tape that is regular tape, because it is not something that is useful to me, because it's very damaging. Because when you're trying to pull out the book, you can do a tape pull. So the blue tape works perfect, just like this, and then you can just take it off and reapply it. So I highly recommend using blue painter's tape. So we got a stack here. I'm going to put it to the side for now. And another thing that I use, and let me just grab it. I'm going into the other room. Here I come. Is United States postal boxes, just like this. Okay, and it is the medium flat rate. You're not supposed to use these from the postal service because they consider it, I believe, stealing. So these are all recycled, okay? And it fits beautifully if you cut the top of the box off. And then right here I have my Captain Marvel Adventures and various Fawcett books in this box. So this is one of about 3 Fawcett books or boxes that I have. And then what we have here is, like I said, number 23. So it's an early Captain Marvel Adventures. And I'll stick it in, and we're nice and organized. So 23 is right here. Okay, so there we go. So this is all Fawcett, and I'm changing, like I said, the bags and boards. And it's important to change your bags and boards, because if you notice, when you take the book out that's been in a while in a bag and board, the board becomes acidic, and you'll see the tanning of the book will transfer over to the board, and you just want to get rid of it. You want to change it out. So right here we have Captain America 100, Freedom Fighters, These two will need new bags and boards. I want to try to separate it right now. So we're going to separate it with golden. Now here's a golden. I want to get all my goldens out, all the goldens that I have that are not organized. So right here, we have a Walt Disney's Comics and Stories. We can put that in a new bag and board. Although it is very wavy, I got a good deal on that book. So we're going to flatten that out. But first, what I want to do is I just want to put it in a new bag and board. And we'll work on that in the future. And it will definitely be a project that we will concentrate at a later date, because I have many projects. I want to finish up Mike Night Tiger's book. I want to finish up the X-Men #1. So here's another beautiful Golden Age book. And this I already changed the bag and board. And this I had an upload who can guess the closest that I paid for this book. And I know the winner. I just have to do the upload. The competition or the giveaway is closed. So I know the winner. I'm just going to do an upload in the near future. So this is a nice Action Comics 62, a wonderful World War II cover. We'll put that to the side. That has a new bag and board, so we really don't have to focus on that right now. And I'm going to put it to the side. The next, we have an Action Comics right here. This is the bag and board that it came in, so I'm going to change it. And it looks relatively new, the bag and board, but when I store the books, I like them all to have the same size bag and board. And I am just a plastic bag and board guy. I don't like any of the rigid bag and boards with the flip tops or the Mylars or things like that. I don't like them because I feel that they are damaging. You can damage the book trying to put it in that rigid Mylar or a rigid Mylar with the flip top. And I'm sure everyone understands what I'm talking about. And trying to take them out also is a pain in the butt, because if you mess up, you're in trouble. With the plastic, it's nice and soft and you can slide it in just like this without any issue. And that's why I like it. So that's a great Golden Age book right there. Has a new bag and board. And we're going to organize it by DC, by Walt Disney or Dell. And that's what I'm working on. I'm trying to do this a little bit each night. And I don't even know if this live stream is working right now. I hope it is. If not, it isn't. And we'll deal with that at a later time. I'll try to get better at it. But let me know, guys, if it is working, if anyone's watching. Again, I don't have my computer in front of me. Let me know if it's a good live stream. You know, just going through my books right now, trying to organize. This is a cool book right here, a Golden Age book. This is Real Life Comics. This is an Alex Schomburg cover. And you have the American troops through the ages kicking butt. Washington, Civil War, World War I, World War II, the World War II soldiers hitting a Japanese soldier and then ending up hitting the Nazi. So I was happy to pick that book up. I didn't pay much for it. I don't recall what I paid for it. But when I pick up books, I generally don't spend that much money. I try to get them as low as possible, and I really don't spend a lot unless I really want the book. And if I really want the book and it's expensive, I try to work out payment plans with the seller. There's nothing wrong with asking for payment plans. It's something that if you can do, you can spread the payments out over a course of time For me, the longer the better, and if you get some extra funds and if you can send it in, that's great. So these are all various books right here, and we're not going to do them now because we're looking for Golden Age. This is a Golden Age. We'll keep that out. This is a Golden Age. This is one of the first Carl Barks books. So we're going to change the bag and board on this. This is a magazine size I'm not going to deal with now. This is a Golden Age right here. I want to change the bag and board on that. That book right there is the first appearance of Uncle Scrooge. So this is a very valuable book. I'm happy to have this in my collection, but let's put it in a new bag and board, okay? And this is in, I didn't do this, because if I did it, it wouldn't be like this. I would have it in a Golden Age, and I also would have it, like I said, with using painter's tape. It's very important to me with the painter's tape, and regular tape on comics is a no-no, because people who collect, I'm sure you will see, there are times that a piece of a beautiful cover is pulled off. And the reason why it's pulled off is because people use regular Scotch tape, and the Scotch tape will, by accident, snag the cover, and people get panicky or they don't even know what happened, and boop, you lose a lot of the graphics. And what's the point of collecting comics if you're going to do something like that? You always put the blue painter's tape when you want to remove the book from the bag and board. You take the painter's tape, you put it on the bottom, and that's it. And I truly hope that I am not a fool now, talking all this time, babbling, talking to people who may be watching, and it's not recording. I hope it is doing the live stream. This right here is another beautiful Christmas cover. It's a Dell cover. I bought this online, and look, someone put it in whatever this is. It looks like a folder for school, and I just didn't have a time to change it. So let's get rid of that. And it protected the book, but this is a beautiful Christmas cover. I don't know when this is from offhand, but again, I never worked on this as well. So this is from 1948. So it's a beautiful Santa Claus Funnies. I don't even know if there are more in the series. This is number 205. I would have to do the research to find out. But let's put this in a beautiful new bag and board, and we'll close it up with nice painter's tape. And when I do the painter's tape, I don't rip it. I like it cut. I like it even on both sides. I don't like when you see ripped tape. Even if it's painter's tape, when you see it ripped, that's no bueno for me. And I just want to show you also how some of the graphics of a book will imprint on the plastic. So this is the plastic that the Christmas cover was in, and I'm pretty sure this is some acidity that came off and it attached to the plastic. So that's why you want to always change your bags and boards. Now this I must have done because this looks like my tape. And this book, even though it is a Golden Age book, it's not the size of your typical Golden Age book, the typical format in the size, which is a lot larger than silver and bronze. But I'm going to put it in a Golden Age bag and board anyway, because what I want to do is I'm going to use some more of those recycled U.S. mail medium sized boxes, and we are going to start to organize the collection a little bit better. And also what I want to do is I want to start eliminating some books. I have tons of books from the 90s, from the 80s. They're filler books. It's just, I really don't have the desire to keep them because I don't think they're going to be worth anything and they're just taking up space. So my new philosophy now in collecting is trying to at least eliminate some of the books that I do not want anymore. So right here, I'm just going to do another quick little stack, and let me see if these books are in new bags and boards. So yes, I don't know if it's coming up with the glare. This is Batman 74. So that's a cool book. We'll put that to the side, and that will be placed in a new box. Okay, this is a very interesting book, and I don't like this bag and board, so we're going to take this out, and we're going to put it in a Golden Age bag and board. So this right here is Batman number 40. And for those of you who do not know, Batman number 40 is the famous Friday the 13th cover or unlucky cover of Joker walking underneath a ladder. There's broken mirrors, there's a black cat. So that's this book right here. And I was able to pick up a coverless copy because, again, I always look for either partial covers or I look for back covers, whatever I can find. Because, again, with my series, How to Build the Ultimate Comic Collection on a Budget, you should try to pick up books that are missing pieces because you never know when you'll be able to find them. And that's my MO. That's what I try to do. Oh, here's a little run of Batman. Okay, right here, again, I don't like, this is not my bag and board. So let's get rid of it. That is my tape. This is right here. This is a very cool cover. It's going to need a lot of work, but it's something that I'll do in the future. And this right here is Batman number, let's look, Batman number 34. So this is a cool motorcycle cover. It's really cool. I like this a lot. This is an action-packed Batman early Golden Age cover with Robin jumping off the bat cycle, which it really just looks like a normal motorcycle with a side cart. And he's jumping off, getting the criminal with a gun. Okay, semi-automatic, or back then it was probably automatic gun. And who knows if bullets were being shot at Batman, but we know Batman can handle it with the Boy Wonder. So there you go. There's another Batman put away, and with a new bag and board, which is healthy for the book. And you always want to swap them out every year or a few years if you have the time. And it will help the book itself get better because the acid boards or the backer boards, if they're good boards, will suck away the damage or the acidity, and it will imprint onto the board. And everyone who collects comics knows when they open up that board and there's all brown on it, that's the reason why. This is a cool book. This is Batman number 82. This is the first flying Batman, if I am correct, I believe. And it's one of my favorite covers. It's a castle wherever Batman is. It actually looks like Europe somewhere, but I'm sure if I read it, he's local. And there's a guy with a anti-aircraft machine gun and a spotlight. And they're going to town trying to kill the Batman. But it doesn't look like they're successful. Their aim must be off. This is a full copy, I believe. It's in rough shape, but again, it's something that we're going to work on. We're going to make better for future generations and for the PC. Buy low grade if that's all you can get, and worry about upgrading in the future. That's my philosophy. I am a completist where I want to try to complete runs, but you can't get 9.8s. You can't get high grades for everything. And you just have to accept what you can get. You can always upgrade in the future, right? So this is another Batman book right here. And this is a remainder cover where they used to rip the name off at the store and try to get money back, where they used to get money back from, I guess it would be the publisher, DC at this time. This reminds me of George Washington Bridge in New Jersey too. What do we got here? We got a Donald Duck book. So I think that's it for now, guys. I'm gonna cut the live stream, and like I said, I really hope this was a live stream. I hope it did record. If you watched it, I don't know if I can go back and see if there was any comments or commentaries, but I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did watch it, let me know if you like this, because I'll do some more live streams organizing my collections. I was also thinking about doing some live streams working on books. Instead of doing the production with the introduction and all of that stuff, we're going to perhaps just work on the books, and you can watch me do it live. And then maybe I'll set up my iPad, and if there's any questions when I'm doing it, I would be more than happy to answer the questions. So thank you for watching, if this is in fact even being streamed. Appreciate your support, and stay tuned. Okay, now we have to shut it off. Let's see how you do it.